Now we'll quickly try to look at the next issue, which we'll be discussing under hazards at work. So here we are trying to look at the control. So control is more of like prevention also, you know. So you know that this kind of thing will come in, but you are trying to do everything possible to keep it out. You understand? So that's just how we go. So control of hazard at work as follows. Sorry, let me get my pen. You know, so it's all about you are trying to protect the worker from harm, you know, by trying to reduce the risk. Okay, so first you eliminate, so you can check what is actually causing the hazard, right? So if it is something that you can do away with it, then do away with it. Okay, so you can remove the hazard entirely, so it no longer exists. That's if it is something you can do away with it. Do you understand? So, you know, examples like what automating lifting all those heavy things. You might bring machines to be able to lift it instead of what humans lifting it. Designing processes that avoid toxic chemicals. Alright? So elimination is the highest level of protection because what the risk disappears totally. So how about substitution? You are replacing a more hazardous material with a less hazardous material, okay, with something that is much more safer. Examples is using water-based paints instead of solvent-based paints, switching asbestos insulation with safer synthetic materials. So it's very effective, but substitute must be carefully evaluated to avoid new hazard, right? Then engineering control, so isolate people from hazard through physical changes, right? Like installing ventilation systems to remove fumes, guarding machineries to prevent contact with moving parts. So it's a strong protection too, but hazard still exists there. Do you understand? So administrative controls is just how the rules are now made to change the way people work, just to reduce their exposure to, you know, the hazards, you know. Then we have the personal protective equipment, that's the PPE. So you provide workers with gear, things that they wear, special clothing, special glasses, special, you know, boots and everything, you know, just to protect them from all those, you know, the hazards, you know, mainly the physical hazards, you know. So I think these are the various you know, the various, you know, ways or measures you can actually take to be able to control hazard at your place of work.